Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, time for another Metal Earth kit. Today I'm going to do the Himeji castle. I believe that's how you say it. I seem to have trouble saying that correctly. Himeji? Anyway, this was a requested kit by Lulz 100,000. They had asked if I could please do this, and I'm finally got a hold of it, and I'm finally having the time to do it. This one I believe is 3 sheets and one of the more challenging kits. But instead of talking about how difficult it is, let's open it up and see what's inside. Let's open it up. And inside of this rather heavy package, 1, 2, 3 sheets. And of course, instructions. And I see right away these are yellow instructions, so I'm guessing an older style. Things are separated into quarters usually, and you can see a solid line going down the middle and across the middle, and they're separated out into sections. Starting with the first section, which has, you know, the name and little bits of writing and the drawing of the kit. And there's a section here about insertion tabs, fold lines, insertion holes, the usual little things saying, you know, those pliers are helpful for assembly. Down here we have a bit of a key or a legend. Whenever you see the blue circle in the directions, it means to fold the tabs over. The green triangle means to twist them. And there's a little bit here about twisting and pulling to make them more secure. And this is one metal sheet. And if we go over to the next section, we have the other 2 sheets and the start of the assembly flowchart. And the assembly flowchart, typically they start with part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get down to the bottom line and you follow the arrows. You get to this line, you jump to the next section. 7, 6 and 7, so on and so forth. Follow the arrows. Sometimes it just goes across, sometimes it snakes back and forth. Then this section, and then we flip it over. Of course, when we have the back sections, things are getting smaller and more detailed. And down here, you're done. Some of the tools that I'll use. Pliers. Pliers are very helpful. I have a flat nose set of pliers, and this is from the Fascinations kit. And I have a long needle nose pliers. They can get into a lot of areas and hold on to long parts. These do not have any ridges on the inside, so they do not scratch up the kits as you work with them, and they're spring loaded, which is nice. Side cutters or flush cutters are, in my opinion, essential. You can do these kits without them, but it is so very nice to have something to cut the parts off of the tree nice and quick and even and easy. Tweezers are very helpful. They're very small and easy to manage. They're great for holding on to small parts, great for making small bends, great for twisting and bending some of the tabs. I like to have an assortment of different kinds. I have a fairly normal set of tweezers, a thinner set, and a couple of sets with very pointed ends for getting into very small areas. We have our sheets, our instructions, and some tools. Let's put it together. I have learned that folding over tabs on parts with little to no support is very tricky and can go badly. I decided to start lightly twisting a couple of tabs at each joint to hold things together until enough of the kit was assembled to support bending the tabs over safely. Then I went back, untwisted the twisted tabs, and bent them over. To me, the directions indicate to bend part 10 one way, but the tabs line up the other way. I did not quite catch how part 12 is supposed to be bent. The top part is supposed to be more of an A shape instead of flat. I figured it out after attaching part of it and then managing to wrestle the rest of it into shape trying to attach the tab. I took a moment to go back around the kit and clean up any tabs I had twisted to hold things together and missed. I straightened them out and folded them over. I find myself sometimes clipping out parts for sub-assemblies and placing the parts over their picture in the directions before putting them together. It helps me keep things straight. Like before, I am twisting tabs lightly to hold things together for now. After more of it is assembled, I will go back and bend over the tabs. I suggest bending the lower tabs on part 28 out slightly and putting 28 and 25 together first. Then attach 26, then 27. Be sure to attach parts 29 and 30 so that the V cutouts match up, or you will end up confused like I was for a little bit. I put both front and back panels of the roof on at the same time because the top arches over them. If I only put one on at a time, I would have to bend things a bit to get the other side on. I bent out the tabs that connect to the roof just a little. It helped things to slide into place. Unfortunately, my camera was off for a little bit and I missed putting parts 35, 36, and 37 together. It's pretty simple, much like other parts of the roof. I bend out the bottom part a little, connect the corners, twist the top tab to hold things in place, then went back and carefully bent all the tabs over. I used a large dowel rod to put a curve on part 37, then bent the tabs down a little and sat that part in place, twisting the tabs. Then attached it to the rest of the castle. I had some trouble getting the back corner to fit into its space. It's a very tight area and had to make a few small bends and adjustments. I had a bit of a time getting parts 44 into place. I had to bend the tabs in more than I expected to line them up and fit the part. I had to take this one side at a time, since the sides were not firmly in place. The second side I had to line up with the tweezers. I am surprised at myself for being able to hold these four parts together and bend some of the tabs over without dropping them. Sometimes adjustments have to be made. I had been doing my best to bend over all the tabs on this kit, including roof pieces, but part 53 was in such a tight place that I had no choice but to twist the tabs to make sure it was secure. I had trouble getting this back section to sit right because of the twisted tabs on 59. I went back and folded them over instead and solved the problem. I did not understand just how part 50 and 52 were supposed to fit together at first. I had to look at the pictures online. I should not have folded down the two little triangle pieces until after I fit the two parts together. Then the two triangular pieces lay on top of 52. All done. The Himeji castle. Himeji. I keep getting told how to say it properly, and I'm not sure that I'm doing it. But I am trying. This thing is beautiful. It is absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Lulz 100,000, for suggesting or asking for this kit. I am so glad that I made it. I really enjoyed putting this one together. It looks amazing. The castle looks amazing. I have never been to see it in person, but I have seen pictures of it. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. It is a bit, well, it's definitely time consuming. There's 3 sheets. There's a lot of parts. There are some difficult parts, but I've certainly been through worse. I would still rate Iron Man as more difficult than this, because a lot of this is straightforward. It's just lining up tabs and putting all this different stuff together. Iron Man is a lot of different parts to put together, and getting some of those parts is a real challenge. Now there were a couple of challenges with this. A lot of times I get to the end of the kit and I've got two halves to put together, or a top and bottom, and it's a real pain in the butt to get everything to line up. This one had a similar thing. It wasn't two halves, it was just one last long piece of roof at the back. It was difficult to get together because some of the inner tabs were hidden. It was very difficult to see and get things to line up, and it just took a lot of trial and error and time, and I finally did get it and it's all done. I did accidentally make a couple of scratches on it because I'm not perfect, and I certainly made mistakes and had to go back and correct some things. Had to go online and look at the picture to find out exactly how does this come together. But I do these things and make these videos so that you can see how it comes together and maybe not make as many mistakes as me. If you have anything you really want to see, please leave it in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and keep on keeping on.